Here you gits. You want to see some proper custom ducker?
Oh, seriously? Hey guys, and welcome to another conversion video with me, 6+ Stevo. In this one I'm going to be showcasing you my converted mech guns. And if you enjoy these sort of videos, you like kit bashes and conversions, check out my playlist for many more besides, and there'll be a lot more to come in the future. If you don't want to miss any of those, then please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share your thoughts below. But with that in mind, let's crack on with the video. So yes, here they are, my 4 converted mech guns. Well, I say 4 converted, 3 of them are converted, 1 of them is stock. So let's just, for the moment, move them aside and we'll have a look at them one at a time. So first off, like I said, is the Bog Standard Met Gun. So yeah, as you can see, there has been some slight changes, as there have been with all the others. As you can see, I have mounted them on bases. These are 120 by 92mm oval bases that are sold by GW, and I think these are the bases that the new buggies and things come on. I'm not 100% sure on that because I don't own any of the new buggies, but they look about right. And yeah, I just thought they're going to look great on these. Obviously once they're painted and I've based them up and everything, I think it's just going to tie them together really well. And the reason for doing that is, well, one, I think they look really good. I think it will make them easier to sort of move about on the battlefield and, you know, for transport and stuff. And the rules for mech guns have changed. So previously you had the mech gun and the grot crew as sort of separate units. You'd have your mech gun and 5 grot crew that would all be on bases, and they would have to stay within a certain distance of the mech gun. But those rules got abused, and I think in the old tournament scene and stuff, people were using the grot crew to run off and capture objectives and things. Once the mech gun was destroyed, they could operate, you know, if their mech gun got destroyed, they could run off and operate another mech gun and things like that. So I think the rules kind of got abused. So now, in the rules purposes, the grot crew serve no purpose. They don't have any wounds, they can't attack, they can't do anything. The mech gun itself with the grot crew is just 1 unit. So with that in mind, I thought, well, why bother basing all my grot crew? Because one, I don't like the way that looks, and I think aesthetically it looks much better on a base altogether. And that way I thought as well, you almost kind of create a sort of a mini diorama, if you will. And also, because I've converted the rest of the mech guns, and obviously each mech gun kit that you buy comes with the crew, I wouldn't have enough grot crew to man all the guns, or at least to have 5 for each gun. But as it's all on a base and they're ignored for purposes anyway, I didn't think that really matters. I know a lot of people use the cheap, you know, bog standard normal grots and use them as grot crew. Personally, I don't like that because I don't think they fit. They're all armed with sort of knives and pistols and grot blasters and stuff, and well, they don't look like grot crew, they look like grot soldiers, and so I didn't like the idea of that. I did, however, it's not represented on this one, but you'll see later on, I have used other grots. I've used a grot oiler that comes in the Mega Knobs kit, and I am tempted, I haven't got him on one of these yet, but I've got a spare ammo runt lying about, which with a little bit of conversion, changing that sort of case of bullets he's dragging around with him, I could change that to a power pack or, you know, ammunition for the gun or something. So I might use him on one of the bases as well. But this one, like I said, is just stock, bog standard, just built as it comes out of the kit, just minus 2 of the grot crew. So I've got one of the little dudes up there with his binoculars, looking through the little window hatch. I've got a dude there looking up at the control panel, and little dude here with his rivet gun ready to make some repairs. So yeah, bog standard, you've all seen that one before. That is the standard one. Which one shall we have a look at next? Let's take a look at this fella. Now ignore the little blobs of blue tack. The reason there's blue tack on there at the moment is because the grot crew are not yet glued to the base, because I want to be able to paint them easier and then glue them on afterwards. The Met Guns are also not currently glued to the base. So this one, as you can see, uses a lot of the stock parts. To do these conversions, what I actually got, I bought 2 Met Gun kits and 1 Trukk kit. And basically, like I said, I made 1 Met Gun, bog standard, and then to make the rest, I combined the pieces from 1 Met Gun kit and the Trukk kit and other bits as well. There's a lot of other bits that have gone into this. But yeah, this one is essentially a stripped down Met Gun. It's essentially the Met Gun kit with a lot of parts missing. So I didn't use the armor plating on it. I left out some things like the power pack and stuff because I just wanted it to look different. As you can see, I've also used the spinning top, which is generally used to arm a different type of gun. I can't remember which one, the smasher gun or the tractor cannon or something. But I wanted all of mine with custom mega blasters. Now I've seen other conversion videos on YouTube with people, you know, showing some some people showing some fantastic ways you can save money and time and stuff by converting the Met Guns and getting more Met Guns out of one kit. And those videos are great, but the trouble is the thing that they all do is that they make all the different versions of the Met Gun, and that's great if you want that, but I didn't want that. I wanted 4 custom Mega Cannons, and I wanted them all the same but all looking different. So yeah, so I started out with this one, just stripping it down, just leaving a lot of the parts out and just changing the top bit. But I had a bit of an idea for the wheels. So if I actually lift this one off, as you can see, the grot crew there, you can see the dude there with his finger positioned. I think that might be the guy that I actually cut a hand off another grot because I wanted his finger to be pressing the buttons, or it might be one of the other ones. I can't even remember now. Little dude at the front of his binoculars. So, but with the wheels, I've actually used, these are wheels from the old school Trukk kit. Like the really old school one. Because they fit perfectly with these. Some of you may recognise these. Oh, there you go. That bit's not glued yet. Don't worry about that. Again, for ease of painting. So, yeah. These that you may recognise are off a Def Dread. They are the shoulder guards from a Def Dread. And they were a right ball ache to get on there. As you can see, I've made some modifications here to the strut that sort of goes in where the wheels connect. These wheels actually will be pushed in a little bit further when I complete it. They're not glued either, but they're a very tight fit. And the join there isn't ultra strong, so I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I had a right pain in the butt getting these to stick on. They stuck on fine, but they were really weak. And with all my conversions, not only do I want them to sort of look good and sort of serve a purpose, but I want them to be robust, just as robust as, you know, a normal GW kit. And how I got around that was by basically cutting off some spare bits of sprue and gluing them up on the inside there, just to give those arches a bit more strength. But I really like the way that looks. It's giving it that sort of armoured look, but it's a bit more lightweight than the bog standard Met Gun. But it's different enough that it stands out. And yeah, it looks a little bit more, let's say, less reliable than the other one. It looks like it could fall to pieces at any time, but that's just half the fun of it, isn't it? But yeah, one I'm quite pleased with. And yeah, the wheel bit is the only real conversion bit, but that did take a lot of work. So move that one out of the way. Next one. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Possibly my favourite one. So, as you can see, this one uses a mixture of parts. It uses the chassis from the Trukk as you probably will have seen on a lot of other conversion videos showing you how to make Met Guns. So yeah, I cut up the chassis and used that. It's then got the large wheels from the Trukk, and again, to get something that arches that actually go over it, I used the Mek Gun front armour, and it just fit really nicely. Again, with a bit of modification, having to use you know, space them out in a certain way, and there was a bit of cutting and filing and stuff needed to be done. But yeah, I really like the way that's ended up looking. The actual gun itself is a kill cannon from a battle wagon, filed the end down flat and then mounted on the Kustom Mega Cannon bit there on the front. What's powering the gun is the engine from the Trukk, and then a bit of armor plate in there on the top and a bit of ventilation, so it's almost got like two vents, is actually the hood panel from the Jet. And I had one of them knocking about in my bits box, and I just thought that was a cool use for it. And yeah, so the bit here, I don't even know what this bit is from. I think it's from the battle wagon kit. In fact, I'm almost certain it is. The floor plate there, glued that to the side, used one of the hatches from the Met Gun kit, and I've got the little grot there. You might just be able to make him out there yelling through the window and hanging on. Also, as you can see, a lot of my grots I've got positioned in ways where their hands are actually holding on to the bits, so they're interacting with the gun itself. I wanted to really get the character doing. So you can see he's yelling out there, he's spotted something, his mate's down there. Another repair dude here, ready to make some fixes. Just to hinge it on the bottom, because I cut the chassis, but I wasn't happy with how it sort of connected to the ground. So what I did was took a couple of these bits, again from the Def Dread kit, some of these spare spikes, and just glued them on where I'd cut it and filed it. And they just give it that nice little bit where you can see it sort of hooked into the ground. But yeah, I'm quite liking how this one has come out. I think, like I say, this is probably my favourite. It's got a bit more of a traditional sort of cannon style look to it. I say traditional, even though it's powered by a internal combustion engine or petrol engine. It's but that's just orky as hell, isn't it? So I love that one. Yeah, like I say, that probably is my favourite. Closely followed by this one, or possibly this one. I keep changing my mind between these two. So this one probably had the most amount of work and conversions done to it, and it uses very, very few parts from the Met Gun kit itself. Again, I've used the Trukk chassis, Trukk wheels. This platform that the grot fella here is standing on is I think a hatch from the Tower Rocks, or possibly a Rhino, but I think it's from the Tower Rocks kit, flipped up and put on there. I cut off a little bit of the boarding hatch things from the boarding planks from the Trukk, and I had to do a bit of cutting and filing underneath there, underneath the chassis. I had to sort of file sort of diagonally to get this bit to fit. So again, you can see it's blue tacked down at the moment. This is because this one's weighted quite heavily at the front, so until it's glued down it keeps falling forward. But yeah, so you can see the hooks there hitching it down to the ground. I like the way it's got the sort of fuel tank on the side here, and then the gun itself, a bit of armor plating again there. It's the grill bit from the Trukk. The gun itself actually started life as a zap gun, and then the Kustom Mega Cannon, sorry, on this one is left over from the Morknaut kit, because I built the Gorknaut, so I had this bit left over. So as you can see, it differs slightly from them, but which is perfect in my book. That's what I wanted. I didn't want them all looking the same. So, and with a little bit of cutting and filing of the zap gun, the hole in that actually slotted over that just about nicely. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but glued it up and it seems to fit really nicely. I also attached the the barrel with the wires, everything coming out. This is the battery pack. That's that's probably the only part on this kit actually that is from the Met Gun kit. The rest of this Met Gun is all built from other pieces. It's a mixture of Morkanaut, Trukk, Tower Rocks, and that fuel canister at the top there with the wires plugged into it is actually, I believe, from the Killer Can Scorcher, where I cut that off the rest of the Scorcher weapon arm and mounted it on there. Again, needed a bit of filing and stuff to get that to fit. Let's get this guy up off the blue tablet so you can take a closer look. So yeah, as you can see, where it's mounted on there like that. And that's the grot with the hand that I had to cut and reposition. So oh yeah, the controls for this are the controls from the Trukk kit, and as you can see, his finger is lined up right on the button, pressing the fire button, and he's yelling out to his mates that he's about to let rip with this thing. And yeah, I don't know, I keep changing my mind between this one and this one, because they're both quite cool. But yeah, as you can see as well, a great use of a grot oiler down there. I did use some heads from the normal grot set, because obviously I had 2 sets of grot crew to split between 4 guns. So I threw in a grot oiler as well, changed the head on him. A few of these guys have had heads from the normal grots kit and a few little arm swaps and things. And like I say, I have got possibly 1 more grot crew to add, and he's still in his little bag at the moment, but that's the ammo runt guy. So I think with a little bit of modification I can change that hand grenade that he's carrying to a spanner or something, and that chest of bullets into like a battery pack or pack of tools or something like that. Also on the bases, what I plan to do, I have some random bits like little toolboxes and, you know, bits of gubbins to add to the bases, just to really get more of a diorama feel. What I was also feeling would be really cool is if I got something like a Goblin Wolf Rider or something, or a Squig Hopper or something, with the legs being sort of curved around, actually having one sitting on top of that barrel yelling out would be quite fun. But I don't have one of those parts, so I don't know if I'm going to do that, possibly. But yeah, I'm liking that anyway. So I'm quite pleased with these, but let's line them all up again for you so you can take a look at them all. And yeah, I finally got my 4 Met Guns. Move it around a bit there. There we go. They all look different, which I'm a firm believer in. No 2 Ork vehicles should look the same, or Ork Mek Guns should look the same. And yeah, these have been great fun to make, and a lot cheaper actually. If I was to buy 4 Met Guns, it would have cost me a lot more money. It's much cheaper. Like I say, out of a Trukk you can get a lot of uses, and I've still got another base, because when I bought these bases on eBay it was buy 4 get 1 free, so I've got a free one. And yeah, so I've been playing around with the idea of making a 5th one, and just for shits and giggles, essentially thinking of making a bubble chucker Met Gun. So as you can see, there's one I'm just trying out, so you may see that appear on the channel soon if I end up finishing that, or I might rip that apart and change my mind and make something else completely different, who knows. But yeah, here is my almost completed Met Guns, pretty much ready for painting and basing. And stay tuned on the channel, because once I do get these guys painted and based, I will show them off again, fully completed for you guys. But that's it from me for now. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But for now, that's 6plus Stevo signing out.